They are ruining it. Bernardo Silva's on the verge to going to Saudi Arabia. What? This man just won the treble. He was a key factor to Manchester City winning the treble. And now he's going to Saudi Arabia. I do understand he's in his 30s, about to be in his 30s. But mate, you're one of the best in the world. You are, well, on a City jersey. Obviously, with Portugal, this lad just absolutely disappears. He turns into a Liga MX player. But when he's with Man City, this man is on fire. Literally, the reason why they beat Real Madrid. His little brace there was the reason why they get through. And the work ethic he had coming back on defense. His defensive work rates are still out of this world. He goes up and down, up and down. That's why he says he's the best attacking defensive midfielder, because he's going up, down, up, down. He still has the legs. I didn't see any there was nothing from his game that showed that he was regressing. Nothing. And he's going to Saudi Arabia. He's already cashing out, and it's ruining European football seeing players like him going to Saudi Arabia already when there's still a world-class player. He just won the treble and he's cashing out. That's absolutely insane, and there has to be a stop to this. And, you know, if we look at this here, Ruben Neves, who's 25 years old, I believe, around 25, 26 years old, I'm sorry. He is going to Saudi Arabia already. Now, Newcastle, like you say, is discussing a loan, which I had no idea why they would make sense. That Al Hilal, I believe I would say it, would spend all that money, sign Ruben Neves, give him the monster contract, and then send them to Newcastle. I don't see how that makes sense. I don't know if they're trying to guarantee him once he's in his 30s and they're just going to send him to Newcastle for now. But if you really think about it, that midfield, because Tonali has been, you know, he's about to be a Newcastle player. Imagine Bruno Guimaraes, Ruben Neves, and Tonali. What a midfield. That scares me as an Arsenal fan. But to see guys that are 26 and still at the top of the game going to Saudi Arabia for big money is very worrying for the whole pyramid in football. You know how it's all the other leagues outside, you know, the ones in North America, South America. Then you had like the Chinese league, the Saudi Arabia league, and all the other leagues. You know, that's how, and then on top was Europe. And now Saudi Arabia is trying to get in there. They're kind of going how China was buying all those players at one point. It just didn't work out because they weren't really getting the best of the best. Now they've got Cristiano Ronaldo, which he's 38. So he went to Saudi Arabia. I understand he's 38. All right, it's fine. Whatever. Benzema, 34, 35 years old. All right, we get it. Luka Modric is getting, you know, shouts out there. Well, he's old, we get it. But 26-year-old Neves, you know, Bernardo Silva, who just won the treble, that's insane. And then look at Chelsea out here trying to get money. Conte goes over there. All right, he's older. You might understand that. He's had injury problems. He's cashing out. Ziyech is not old at all. Mendy is not old at all. Koulibaly's not old at all. These lads are already going. It's just ruining the game, and it's really just taking out class players that we like to see in Europe and Europa League, Champions League, Conference League, and throwing them in a league that nobody cares. You're never going to see someone say, wow, Cristiano Ronaldo won the Saudi Arabia League. Man, that's putting him on top of Messi. Nobody's going to like have that really just hit, you know, home, you know, in his accolades. He's never going to, you know, put his, let's say he gets best player of that league next year. You think he's really going to put that in the trophy case? You really think he's going to care about that? No, his career, what he's done at the club level, he doesn't care anymore unless he goes back to Europe. He's just getting that check. And all these players as well, they don't care. Nobody's going to cherish winning the Saudi Arabia League. They're just getting a lot of money. 200 million a year. Like, mate, who says no to that? And then Mendy, Koulibaly, Conte, Ziyech, they're all getting that. Chelsea's getting a little bit of peas too because, you know, they did spend a ton of peas last year. And then you look here. They're even going for 22-year-old Callum Hudson-Odoi. This guy was supposed to be the next best thing for England. The next big winger. And he's already linked to Saudi Arabia. My man isn't even mid-25. You know, he's not even in the mid of his 20s. He's 22. Just 2 years ago, he could not buy a beer. And now he's getting... His career is already over, basically. He's at the end, you know, when you're cashing out. That's what they're trying to do. And if they start successfully getting youngsters, that's when it's the problem. Because you can have all the guys that are, you know, retiring, the Hazards, you know, the Ronaldos, the Benzema, the Modric's, all the older players, fine. You can have them. You know how, like, the MLS takes some, the Chinese took some. Some South American teams take some. You know, the older players, it's fine, all good. Have fun, you know. Go see these legendary players at the end of their careers, it's fine. But if they start getting the likes of Hudson Odoi, um, and other young players around his age, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna wreck the football pyramid that we have because everybody's dream is to play in Europe. And if they start ruining it, trying to put a lot of quality in the Saudi Arabia League, it's just gonna ruin it. It really is, because they're not in no Champions League competition. They're not in anything really interesting. Nobody takes time out of their day, aside from like Ronaldo fans and I guess Benzema fans now, to watch the Saudi Arabia League. And now they're trying to make it. It's just they're trying to take they're taking all these sports. You know, these guys took what was it, NASCAR and golf and all this. Now they're trying to take football. They're trying to take football, lads. Come on, let us have something. Let this be. You know, this has been going on for hundreds of years. Let calm and let the fans have it. I'm pleading to you. You can have all these players that are at the end of their careers. You can have them, have fun. All these fans are gonna love taking pictures and saying, "I watched them." But please don't ruin this. They already tried with the Super League. Now the Saudi Arabia League is trying to do it, and they have all the money they have unlimited money. And it's crazy. And if you don't think so, look at Man City, look at Newcastle. They are just getting that money from the oil taps and just letting it rain on Haaland, Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, De Bruyne. You could just watch PSG getting Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. That just shows the amount of money they have to just throw at you, offering billions to Messi. And this is very worrisome. I'm worrisome because the way football is right now, next year it's already going to get hit with the new Champions League format. And now we have to worry about Saudi Arabia coming in and taking our players. We're going to have a whole bunch of Oscars, man. Hudson Odoi, the next Oscar. You know, Mendy, Kante, Bernardo Silva, Ruben Neves, the next Oscar. He has potential to do something, and he just goes and cashes out, and nobody remembers him until it comes to wasted potential. It's dreadful. It's dreadful. But anyways, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And what are your thoughts? Leave them down below. What are your thoughts on Saudi Arabia taking a world-class players like Bernardo Silva and, you know, young players in their 20s like Ruben Neves and Hudson Odoi, you know, Ziyech? Let me know, because I am unhappy, and there's got to be some regulation with these leagues and clubs that doesn't allow them to send off 5-6 players like Chelsea are doing to milk some money out of them. Like, I'm even hearing Thomas Partey to Saudi Arabia. If they're not going to give us 100 million, then forget about it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.